Not the right elevator. I was coming home late in the evening. It was already dark, and the streets were almost empty. I approached my building, pressed the elevator button, and it arrived quickly. Inside, there was only one man, dressed rather strangely, dark glasses, even in the dark, a long coat, as if he came from another time. I hesitated for a moment, but decided to enter, nodding politely at him. As soon as I closed the door, he looked at me. His gaze was cold, and I felt a strange unease. At first, nothing happened. But with each floor, I began to feel that something was wrong. He didn't move. He didn't react to me looking at him. He just stood there, in complete silence. The elevator started moving faster. At first, just a little faster, then faster and faster, and I felt my heart pounding wildly. I pressed the emergency button, but the elevator kept moving, even though I could hear a troubling noise. The buttons weren't working. We began descending. The third floor, the second. I looked at him again, and his face was now right up close. His eyes. They weren't just cold anymore. They were empty. I couldn't make out where his pupils were, and when I started to open my mouth to ask what was wrong with him, the elevator door suddenly slammed open, and I found myself not in my building. I saw some dark, abandoned hallway. The walls were chipped, the floor was covered in a layer of dirt. I wanted to leave, but he quietly told me, "It's better not to get out here." I froze, and when I looked at his face again, it was completely different, terrifying, with wrinkles stretched like a corpse's. He moved closer to me, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. The elevator started moving upwards again, and I felt my fear grow. We began rising back. When the doors opened again, I found myself back in my building. He was gone. Just gone. I barely had time to process what happened when my neighbor approached me. She looked at me in surprise and said, "Did you go in the elevator? I thought you wouldn't come out. It always takes someone." Now, I avoid the elevator at night.